What's going on, guys? It's your boy NTG back at again with another video. Yes sir, your boy's back in full effect, going back to the breakdowns and the full educational videos. So make sure y'all hit that like button for your boy. You already know this video is about to be crazy. I got this $10 account flip that I moved all the way up to $1,000. All right, so I'm gonna be showing you guys that full breakdown that I took on Bitcoin, and that I also transitioned. When I built the account, I actually went over to gold and I was able to stack that into $1,000. All right, guys, so I'm gonna have a lot of videos coming out. I got a live trade video that I took with my VIP members, and I got an analysis video coming Sunday, more educational videos coming Monday, Tuesday. I got a live coming next week, so your boy's back in full effect. So make sure you guys hit that like button for your boy. You know what I'm saying? Let's try and get this video up to 400 likes for some more content, some more videos, some more educational videos going out to you guys. All right, so you already know how we like to do it. We're gonna go ahead and roll the intro and get straight into the video. Let's get it. All right, guys, so here we are on the charts on Bitcoin. Now, you guys know that recently I've been using Bitcoin a lot, right, to grow small accounts. Now, why do I use Bitcoin? Because when I trade it on small accounts, well, when I trade it in general, it allows me to have more margin, right? So if I went over to, the index market, to gold, I wouldn't be able to even place a position, right? Because the account is too small. It does not have enough margin for me to actually enter any type of position, but Bitcoin allows me to. So, because I always tell you guys, with even just $100, like, you can get up to almost a 0.50 on, Bitcoin. You can get close to it. Like, if you scale in properly and everything like that, like, you can really stack the account because it gives you so much margin. Same thing with XRP. XRP gives you even more margin, right? I love to trade XRP with my $100 accounts because I can almost get that $100 account to like almost a standard, just because it gives you so much margin, right? Even with the 1 to 500 leverage, it still gives you that margin for you to be able to flip the account. So that's why I've been on the crypto market. I've also been on the crypto market because the crypto market is making a big transition. Like I said before, guys, I've been saying this months ago that crypto market is growing. It will outgrow all the markets. Like I said, crypto is going to be trendy. It trends a lot, guys. So everyone always talking about the crypto market, and it's just going to continue to grow from here. Like, of course, this is the beginning. So if you're not on the crypto market, I highly advise you to start looking into it. Start investing. If you're not investing, start actively trading it, because this is going to be the new thing. I'm telling you guys. All right, I could have easily went over to Forex to grow this account, but it would have took too long, and depending on the volume of it, like, I wouldn't have been able to flip it like how I did with Bitcoin with like just one trade, right? So definitely highly advise for you guys to look into crypto. It's a great market. When it gets trendy, it gives you some great profits. You guys already seen that. I made 10K off of Bitcoin in like 4 days. I showed you guys that on my Instagram post and all that good stuff. So make sure you guys are getting into this crypto, all right? All right, so the first thing that I did was, of course, I wanted to look for TP. Now, of course, I looked, where the next pivot was on my trend line, right, to look for possible TP. So you guys can also use your pivot points. I'm telling you guys, this is a very powerful indicator. You can use it to, identify swing highs, swing lows, support, resistance. You can use it for TP areas. Like, this is a great indicator. I think a lot of people are asleep on it because it doesn't really give you like that buy sell signals, but it's definitely gotten better with identifying structure. So I definitely recommend that indicator right there. All right, so ideally, the break of the trend line here, I wanted Bitcoin to come back to this pivot point of the trend line where it could act as resistance, as it can act as support, right? So this will be a great area to get out. So I went ahead and switched to my 5 minute. Of course, you guys know I trade the break. And now ideally what I'm doing here, right, is I want to stack the account as much as possible. So what I do is I'm looking for those lower lows and those lower highs, right? The break of the lower lows. And I was looking for possible retracement areas to also get some key entries there, right? So enter the trade here, a small drawdown. And then we start, we start break lows right here. So we're already creating lower lows and lower highs, right? And I'm actually adding those positions in, as soon as possible. And if you want to use, like I said, pivot point indicator, definitely a great tool to use, right? So we're creating those lower lows. And then, of course, we're going to be creating those lower highs, all right? So I'm continuing down into the market, waiting for it to create those lows and highs, right? So go ahead and put that there. And I'm waiting for that next lower low, which will definitely be somewhere around that area there, right? So using that lower low structure here. And then let's go ahead and continue. This is where I start to check for also fibs. So I start to draw the trend line here, the fib retracement here. No fibs, so I continue. Now I know this is going to be another area where I want to draw out my fibs. I just need to wait for the break. The break of that zone. Let me fix that. There we go. Boom, right there. So that's the break that I'm looking for right here. And then this is where I also use the fibs, right, to get in another position. So I drew out the fibs here. And we got that 50%, 56%, and 618 retracement. And we got a nice engulfing pattern here. Right there for me to also scale in again, right? Because every time, I'm in profit and Bitcoin is moving down and keep moving down, I'm scaling in, I'm stacking the account because it's a $10 account. I want to grow it as fast as possible. So every time I had the opportunity to build margin to where I can continue to enter lot sizes, that's exactly what I was doing. So, just using those lower lows and those lower highs, using the fib retracement to continue to add positions so that I can continue to grow the account, right? And then eventually I started closing positions. I started closing it. I started building the account to $100, $200. And then that also builds margin. And then I can even enter bigger positions, right? Because I'm starting to build the account. And so it went a little bit past my TP area, right? So when I look left, of course I got a more precise area where I wanted to get out in the market by looking at my 5-minute. So that was where I was able to get out the trade around this area here, and I was able to grow that account to about $500-600. And then it was around like 500, and then I got into a quick buy, right? And I grew the account to 700. So I continued to watch that support there, right? Right after we broke structure here, this is the first sign of reversal when we're breaking those lows, highs. And this is all on the lower time frame, right? So this is not, higher time frame bias or anything like that. But I saw the golfing here, right? So we had support, we had a long wick rejection plus a 1, 2, 3 engulfing on the 15 minutes. So I went ahead and went down to the 5-minute. Now I knew if we got back to this area again to buy, right? If it gave us a signal to buy, that's what I was gonna do, which we did get a signal to buy. So once we started to get that signal to buy, which was here, this is exactly where I bought. And I should have held it. I should have held this because this was just a quick scout for me. So as soon as, I started to see any type of resistance, I just got out of the trade, right? But then as soon as I got out that trade, guys, it just shot up like crazy. So I could have, you know, grew this account even more, because you guys know with this trend right here, and I started scaling in on that, this would have been like a $10 to like 3,000, right? So this would have been a crazy account. But either way, I wasn't mad at it. I was just like, okay, I just closed profit at around 700. And so let's go ahead and go over to gold, where I can show you guys, you know, the final trades that I took to be able to grow it to $1,000, which is nothing too crazy on gold, but I was just able to, you know, get in a nice quick trade and then get out. All right, so let's go ahead and go over to gold. All right, guys, so here we are on gold. So I actually got into a pre-breakout setup for gold, right? So I went ahead and I drew out a pattern here, right? So this was the current pattern that I drew out. So right here, I had a wedge here forming here. So this was what it was looking like, you know, beforehand. It looks a little bit better now that we're in the current market. But this was what I had drawn out. Go ahead and clone so we can get our zones. Good, right? So this is what I had drawn out. And when I was looking left on the 1 hour, you guys can also see that on the 15-minute. But when I had it drawn out on the 1 hour, this is the zone that I was looking at for pre-breakout, right? So we had a nice pre-breakout zone here on the 1 hour. You know, we look to the 15-minute, you guys see that this was some nice support. And then also with our pivot point indicator, you know, that's exactly how we confirm our pre-breakout, which was here. So this, of course, this was a trade that I wanted to get into. So once we got to that zone, all I had to do was wait for my confirmation, which was here. So this is a pre-breakout, perfect pre-breakout. This is perfect for small accounts. You guys already know. If you have not watched my pre-breakout video, I suggest you guys go watch that. I have two parts. The first part was with flat patterns, wedges, and the second part covers triangle patterns with pre-breakout, right? So this was a nice pre-breakout setup. Easily enough, I just entered my trade right here at this engulfing, and I just let the market run all the way down here to our support. So I actually had this drawn out here for some support. Like I said, this was like a quick scout. I just wanted to grow the account, and as soon as we started to get signals to get out the trade, that's exactly when I started to get out, right before the spike, and I was able to close out at like $1,002, right? So yeah, guys, so that's pretty much, you know, those quick in and out trades that I took. This wasn't like some trades that I'm trying to hold. Like I said, this is a very tiny account, so I'm not trying to grow it to too much. You know, you want to take your profit. You know, you're making like 4,000%, 3,000% of an account. So that's very crazy. So you don't want to hold it. You know, I didn't want to hold this into breakout and you know, do something crazy. Like, I'm just trying to build the account as fast as possible, right? So that's pretty much it, guys. If you guys enjoyed that video, make sure you guys hit the like button for your boy NTG. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. I'm gonna be having way more videos coming out. I'm gonna have consistent videos of more breakdowns like this, more analysis, more educational videos about anything in the market. We're gonna be, you know, I cover forex, gold, crypto, and the index market. You know, your boy's all around on the market. So if you're into that stuff, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you guys hit the notification bell so that you guys get notified when I go live next week, because I will be going live, and that'll be your chance to ask me questions, look at some charts, breakdowns, all that good stuff. All right, guys. So it was your boy NTG, and I hope you guys have a good day, and I'm out. Peace.